Hello everyone, Kiaowe here with another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes Grand Arena. This is being filmed after the fact, I should say the voice part of this is being recorded after the fact. And there is my defensive review. He went through with no issues, clearing all of my teams. He left ships there. I'm pretty sure he did that just to see, once I got 2 ships on him, to see where we are score-wise, to see if he's ahead of me or not. My opponent is Cascor. Is that right? But anyway, the last opponent was Droids. And there we go. Finn and company did a good job at holding down the fort. Unfortunately, they didn't do it against this opponent. Here we go. We are up against some Geos, some Night Sisters. We got Dooku. And then down below, we have Darth Revan, full Sith Empire team, and General Grievous. We're just going to get right into the battles. As I said, this was being done before my kids' soccer games on Saturday. It was a crazy tournament weekend, and I couldn't do it Friday night because I worked 14 hours that day and I was exhausted. So I tried to fit this in. I almost didn't think I was going to be able to get to this Grand Arena, this match. But I just sat in my car before before my son's soccer game and tried to hammer them out. And then I hammered out some more at halftime. And then the quick break after the game before the next one. But this is where we are at. We are going to try our Palpatine team against the Darth Revan team. We have done it before, but in this setup, my Vader is faster than his Darth Revan. I wasn't sure how it would go, because typically Darth Revan's faster and goes first, hits shore. Palpatine gets feared, but then I believe that takes off the foresight from Darth Revan, so that right at the beginning I can just take Darth Revan out of the match, and then I'm just basically stuck with Malak and Bastila Fallen. I was a little bit concerned on how this would work, but I thought I'd give it a try anyway. So we go off the bat, we give the weapon tech to Vader, which is huge, especially when you're trying to get through Malak. And as you can see, there's foresight on Darth Revan and Bastila, so none of these debuffs are going to stick. So I'm like, we got to get rid of Malak anyway. Luckily, that was enough debuffs, and we did enough damage to eliminate him at the beginning. And Vader's just doing massive damage as it is to take out the other characters. And so now we get rid of the other tank. So now it's just down really quickly to just Darth Revan and Bastila. We fear them. Shore says, let's do this. I can't believe I said Sherry. I've been watching Arnold too much, huh? And then it's just a matter of finishing them off. And voila. So 59 banners. I thought that was really good. Quick battle against a meta team with being able to use Palpatine and Vader. Now we're going to just take our Jedi and go after a Grievous so that we can see what's behind this first wall. Alright, we're going to go ahead and spin this around. Let's see if we can get B2 out of the shadows there, so we can mark him as soon as possible and get him out of there. Doing pretty good damage right off the bat, more than I thought we would. So right here I don't need to use direct focus because we already got B2 pretty much taken out. Now we just gotta face the wrath of General Grievous. Now I'm kind of at a point where I'm not sure who to go after. There we do massive damage again, which just angers General Grievous. And Now we just got the General Grievous droid and Newt. And we know what Newt can do when he gets all of our picks, our secret picks with his extortion. Right now my goal is to try to just get back as much health and protection obviously as possible, so that we can get as many banners as possible. Because he was averaging, I think I did the math, at the time he was averaging just over 58 banners, which is really good because I had set both of my Galactic Legends, and he, or I'm assuming it's he or she had saved both of his for offense. Now granted, my Rey does not have her ultimate ability, and there goes Savior, but that's okay. Grievous is almost gone. So now I'm just trying to heal up as much as I can. There we go. Half to hit, not much else I can do. Spreading the love. See how much if we can get some more health and protection back, and we get 58 banners. Not bad. We move on to the next round. Not next round. We get to see what's behind the back wall. We got a gas team and a Bastila team. So in my mind, against the gas, really all I have left is CLS. So that's pretty much a given as to who I'm going to use against that. Against the Bastila, I'm not really sure. Traya, I'm going to probably use against the Geos. Night Sisters, of course, that's for bounty hunters. But here comes the gas battle. We are going to take in our CLS crew. This, unfortunately, ends up, I think, costing me the match. Because I don't get enough banners on this. And so it definitely hurts. Things are starting off really well. We're going after gas. We get him down. Now we can go hard after fives. Right here, I don't know if that was the right move. I don't know. I'll have to see if I can do some more testing, if it's better to just do like a basic there, so I can save that for later on. I'm not really sure, but anyway. So gas gets up quicker than I expected. There's still 2 troopers left. We get lucky there with 3 Baka staying alive. We're able to get gas down again, but obviously it's not looking too pretty. There, I just do a basic. Han barely survives, but he counterattacks him to death. We only get 51 banners. But it's a victory, so I can't really say too much about that. It's a victory against gas with CLS. And so anytime I can do that, it's going to be a positive. I just wish I could have had more banners, because that puts me way behind. Now we're going up against the Night Sisters. We're off with, we're going to burn them to death right now with Jango. We already know how Mando feels about old Daka. Old Daka keeps trying to hit him up. He keeps rejecting her, but she doesn't listen, so he has to eliminate her every match just to get her to leave him alone. All right. Daka is a stalker. Now we're trying to get our contract trigger as soon as possible. Get out some key ability blocks, which is always huge. Plus this helps us with us getting healed. I was not expecting Jango to just demolish right there. Mando's waiting patiently, hoping to get his contract fulfilled so he can do what he wants to do. We all know what that is. I just do a basic there. For some reason, I did not think Asajj was going to be able to come back, but she does. But that's okay. It just gives us more time to get to where we want to with our contract. And so there we go. We finally got our contract triggered. Roar, Bosk. Now it's just a matter of time. Mando's waiting patiently. Oh, here it is. This is the way. Get out of my life. There we go. See you later. Still got a couple of lives we got to deal with Asajj. So we're going to have to just continue to wait. Still trying to figure out, I don't know, why was she able to come back and still able to trigger 2 more? I'm not sure. I guess it was because it was... why didn't it get triggered earlier, her coming back? Anyway, there we go. Nice 60 banners. That's usually what the bounty hunters do against those Night Sisters. I believe next we're going to try to go after the Geos. And we're going to use Traya. But I'm trying to catch up on banners. So I do something I typically never do. I usually always have Nihilus in here. But I'm hoping that just Traya and Sion can get the job done against these pesky Geos. He must have them modded pretty well, because they do a number on my Traya and Sion. So they're off. They just don't like Traya. I don't know if they're like programmed to go after her first until Sion taunts or what. Sion taunts, but that's where we're at. Right there, I get super lucky. I didn't look to see if that was a crit. I gotta go back and see make sure I have crit avoidance on Traya. I can't remember if I do or not, because I know at one point in time I gave her the crit avoidance arrow to Thrawn and again gave her another one, I thought. Because I'm trying to get this Thrawn lead to work against these Galactic Legends, and it is not consistent at all. Woo! Sion was almost gone, but we got Hell by Hatred up, and now we should be good to go. Take you out. Now we can take you out, and usually once that's done, then you're usually pretty good. There's Spy doing his best to try to take me out, but they're bulky and beefy enough to where we are okay. And there we go, 61 banners, so not bad. We made up a banner with that. All right, so we have we got up there at top, we got Dooku. Wasn't really sure who to use against that. I opt to go down below to deal with the 2 teams that are down there, or I should say the 1 team that's left, and that's Bastila. I decided to go ahead and use Jedi Knight Luke. I wasn't sure because of the Bastila and her lead, them going first. Right here I'm debating if I should put another character in. And then I'm like, I think I should just to be safe, but also I'm trying to catch up on banners. So who do I put in if I do decide? Is it Ezra or Barriss? And it was a tough decision because I really, really wanted just the 4 of them to work, but I ultimately decided to go with Barriss. Just as a safety precaution. In the end, I would have been fine with leaving a character out. I could have just done it with 4 pretty easily, as you'll see. Once we get to this part with Heroes Arise, it's pretty much game over. There we go. You know what I just noticed? Is they don't have the blue buff on them as I'm watching this back. Is it because they had foresight? Does Luke's lead not affect them? I don't know. I'll have to watch it again now that I'm thinking about it. But anyway, after taking out Yoda, I go hard after Jolie because I don't want him reviving anyone. And now it's just basically Barriss left. Bastila left. Have I been saying Barriss when I meant to say Bastila? But anyway, we got 60 banners. And I could have been 61, I'm pretty sure. I have to rewatch that again. I'm curious as to why it didn't look like they were all had their speed reduced. At least I didn't see the icons. But maybe it did and it was their turn. I don't know. I'll have to go back and rewatch that. Because I am curious if Foresight for some reason stops that. Because that would be pretty interesting. Something I did not know. I'll have to read his kit again because I didn't think it was something that could be evaded or it was unavoidable. Alright, so we are on our last team against Dooku. And I really, really wanted to run this with Nihilus lead. Just because of his lead with Sith. It gives all their protection as health. It makes it so much easier because once you lose a couple banners of protection, then you're down. It's a lot easier to gain all your health back because when you're attacking, that's what you're doing. And I wish I would have went with the Nihilus lead on this because the banners and the outcome from this were not good enough. Darth Revan, obviously, yeah, I just should have went with Nihilus lead. Because Nest is annoying and is going to counterattack. And I was hoping that I'd be able to fracture her and get to an annihilate before she'd come back out of fracture. It just doesn't work out the way I'd hope. And then you got stupid Droideka doing Droideka things. Then Jango is obviously can't do anything right now. There we go. He has his burning. So that's another reason I should have just went with Nihilus lead because I would have healed all that stuff back, especially with Sith Trooper. But luckily it doesn't cost me because the banners I'm pretty sure I would have got 60 banners. But in the end, the final score, I lost by more than that. It was really the CLS match that does me in. So now we're here back on Nest, and then Nest is going to do Nest things. And obviously we're going to win. It's just a matter of losing all the banners. So that we lose, sadly. There we go. So just 56 banners. Ugh. It should have been a 60 banners. Now we are on to ships. It's up to you if you want to watch this or not. I already know ships is going to cost me in one of these matches. I guess it does have an impact on this match to some extent because maybe I could have got more banners if I knew what the heck I was doing. And maybe there's a better ship comp that I could have used to get more banners. I'm not really sure. I'll have to see what the consensus is on the best two teams on defense and then best teams for offense to get banners back. Negotiator for getting banners I think is the best. Usually you're pretty secure in getting at least 62 banners, I would think. And then I think the Malevolence is maybe not as high, but I don't know. I think Akbar might be a good one too with all their protection regen with their tanks. So maybe Akbar, if you have a good Rebel fleet, might be good for offense as well if you're trying to get high banners. I don't know. I'll have to eventually do testing and work on that and see if I can get a good Rebel fleet together, especially since I'm leveling up Wedge and Biggs for Galactic Legends Luke. Now we're off doing our typical counter against the Malevolence, going after Sunfac, taking out Sunfac, and then we're going to do as much damage as we can. On the other tank, on the bomber, and hopefully get the Hyena bomber out as soon as we can. Of course, we know that's not going to happen quick because Tanky is all get out. This surprised me right here, and I was kind of worried because that's going to take away banners. We got the thermal detonators going out. Or is it called thermal detonators? For ships? See, I don't even know. That's just how much I know about ships. Or I don't know what they're called. That's pretty sad. I don't know what they're called. I can't think of it offhand. But anyway, He sends out bombs. I'll just call them bombs. He attaches the bombs to the ships. And so I was a little concerned. It caught me off guard with that. And then he's off pretty tanky as well. If I remember right. I could be wrong. There we go. Take out the bomber. And now it's just a matter of getting rid of Marauder in his ship so that the rest of them just disappear. So we get 65 banners, which is great. Really, really good, I think. And now we're on to the next ship battle. And so I bring in the Malevolence and do my best to win this. I obviously have never done Malevolence against this at all. I mean, I hardly ever even use Malevolence in Arena. I've done it probably, I've maybe done 5 or 6 battles with Malevolence. Maybe at the most 10, but definitely not more than that. So I have no idea what I'm doing with the Malevolence at all. I got a tip on at the beginning using the healing move to get the charges going, and I appreciate. I wish I had your name. I would appreciate you giving me that tip, as I will have begun using that going forward. I use it obviously in this battle, and then I use it in the Grand Arena battle today. Right now I'm just trying to decide what the heck ships I want to use, if I want to try to be short, because I'm trying to catch up on banners. And in we go. So we got the TIE Bomber here, which I need to work on mine badly. Mine's, I think, still level 1. But it looks like it's a pretty good tank. So it's definitely one I need to eventually get to. But right now I'm just working on my characters and gear I need to try for Galactic Legends Luke. Alright, so I was happy we got rid of the TIE Bomber very quickly. And which now I'm just trying to get Vader out as quick as we can. Here we go, spy, doing spy things. Bam, goodbye Vader. Really happy, things seem to be going pretty well. In comes Palp. We got Gar Saxon we have to worry about. Don't know anything about his ship. I think he's good at healing. Other than that, I don't know. And that, I don't know what that was. I'm assuming that's one of Palp's moves. But anyway. And there we go. We are done. We get 63 banners. So, I mean, I guess I couldn't have asked for more than that. That really didn't impact our score too much. But anyway, thanks for watching. Everyone have a fantastic day.